Hey everybody, welcome to Figure Feedback. My name is Jeremy, and in this video I'm going to talk about miniatures and where you can find a bunch of them to print on the cheap. Now, a lot of us use Resin 3D printers to print miniatures because of the superior quality and results that you can get from printing with resin. But at the same time, I know that there's a ton of places online that you can go to find files to print these miniatures. The only problem with that is when you search for them like that, you get this broad look at so many different miniatures, and you're just printing off little bits and pieces, and then a lot of the times they don't really go together. There's not a lot of coherency between them. But if that's something that you're looking for, if you're looking for a group of miniatures that you can put together to maybe play a game, or just maybe something that you can put up on a display that has miniatures that look like they all belong to the same family, the same tribe, that's what this video is going to be about. I went on myminifactory.com and I found some tribes that were offering some miniatures, and you only have to pay $1. For $1 a month, these tribes are going to give you access to some miniature files that they created, some more than others, but it's a great way to get a collection started with miniatures that look like they belong to the exact same group. By the time I was done with this, I only spent $4, and I came away with so many different files for miniatures. There's no way I'm going to print all of them off, let alone paint all of them. But come on over to the computer and let me introduce you to a few tribes that you can subscribe to for $1, and you can get your collection started today. So let's take a look at some of these tribes, starting with Which Song Miniatures, which is the largest tribe available right now on my mini factory. They have a whopping 4,736 tribers currently. And as you can see here, they have a silver tier that you can join for $1 a month. And for that $1, you're going to get access to an ultra high detail 3x3 miniature STL and access to our Creator Boost program every month. Now, what the Creator Boost program is that each month you will receive a free tribes trial from a select creator, and your username will be shared with that creator for trial distribution purposes, which basically means potential for more minis for just $1. Now, when you do subscribe to Which Song Miniatures, you're not getting a whole lot as far as miniatures right off the bat, but here's what you will get as part of their welcome package. And welcome packages are something that the vast majority of these creators offer, and they often include a decent number of miniatures. Depends on how many they want to offer you. But in the case of Which Song Miniatures, you're going to get the Faceless Queen and the Ascendant Great Wolf miniatures for free. Now, even though they are miniatures, I did slice and print out the Faceless Queen, and I scaled her down to about 25% because by default she is quite large. But this is basically what she will look like as a little miniature. And you see these figures have so much detail in them, so many little bits and pieces and divots and gaps and all that good stuff. So yeah, they are really finely detailed, these guys are. But if you just kind of want to get a sense of what these miniatures will look like printed, and you don't want to pay anything, they do have the Faceless King available for free on my mini factory. You'll be able to download this guy, and you'll be able to get a sense of what exactly you are getting yourself into, especially if you are considering painting him. So the Faceless King is free, but you can still get the Faceless Queen and the Ascendant Wolf for free. And this tribe also offers seasonal and bonus rewards like most of them do. So basically you stay subscribed for a certain period of time, then they can give you more stuff as time goes on. In this case, you subscribe to the $3, $5, or $10 tier for access to 4 or more yearly bonus miniatures, plus the 4 wild and weird seasonal miniatures. So depending on what the tribe wants to do, that's what they're going to give you. So that's it from Which Song Miniatures. Let's move on to another one, Midas Forge. Now, Midas Forge has 1,257 tribers currently, and they have the Chosen One tier that you can join for $1 a month, which will give you one awesome high quality miniature monthly. And here's the kicker: access to our extended welcome pack that includes 20 plus miniatures and growing in the 35 and 75 millimeter scales, pre-supported for Lychee and Chi 2 box as well. All right, so you don't have to worry about doing the supports yourself if you don't want to. But auto supports in Cheat 2 Box tend to work pretty good. Now, for this month, which is May, if you do subscribe for that dollar, you are going to get this guy right here. It's the Mammon statue, a crocodilo bust, and miniatures as well. So here is what Mammon looks like here, and then back here you can see that's what Crocodilo looks like. Now, as far as the welcome package, that includes a whole bunch of different figures. They don't show you right here what all those figures are, but I did print out a few of them, and for the most part they printed out just fine. I did end up having a support fail on one of the miniatures, and their staff did not print completely, but hey, it happens, right, with resin printing. But here is just some of the other ones that you can get with this subscription as well. Now, this is just a small sample of what you're going to get. I believe there's 4 welcome packages that you can download individually, and this is just from one of them. So here is a warrior here, skeleton warrior. And then here's another miniature, one of the ones that I actually printed out, Vero Sack. Here is a skeleton soldier. Here's Rufus, Nux, and Mojo. So this is just part of one pack inside of the welcome pack that you will get, but there's others as well. And you get yourself a lot of different miniatures for only $1, and that's pretty darn awesome. So that is what you'll get from Midas Forge. The next one is going to be from Popsicle Tribes, also with a $1 a month tier, 819 subscribers, and for that you'll get one amazing cyberpunk miniature each month. This month is the Battle Mech X Archetype 44A plus, and this is what it looks like. So it's going to be a really big battle mech there. And then you also get 40% off everything inside of their store with a discount code. And you also get the welcome pack, which comes with all of these different cyberpunk inspired miniatures. Now, the other thing about this particular tribe is they tend to do takes on people from popular culture, different movies and stuff like that. For example, this totally not Arnold Schwarzenegger, human colonial anti-hunter Arnie Schwarzenegger miniature, which is totally not from Predator at all. And then in addition to that, you can get that for free. You don't have to subscribe. And then you can also get this totally not from Aliens belly buster here. And then just show one more here. The Who is Judge Dredd? I've never even heard of Judge Dredd Upholder Mark figure right here. So you can get those for free, or you can just get some of their other cyberpunk type figures here. And you can get a whole lot of them as part of this welcome pack. And I did print out some from this one as well. And then I woke up this morning to a bunch of new figures that were released. As you can see, I got 19 messages in my inbox, and pretty much almost all of them were rewards from Popsicles that just unlocked a ton of different miniatures. So you can get a lot if you are into this kind of style. And, just to kind of show you some of the other objects that they do have, these things they're selling individually, as you can see here, these are all based on popular culture. Some of these here, you got these cars here, you get regular people, and here are some of the other releases from previous months, War Dudes, and then there's the Cyberpunk release right there. Some not Terminators, not RoboCop, and just all these different figures here. So that is Popsicle's miniature. So let's move on to the next one, which is Titan Troll miniatures. All right, Titan Troll miniatures, they have 979 tribers, and you can join for $1 a month, in which you will get access to one voted for miniature or bust each month, and also the Tribes welcome pack and a discount code for some of their standalone things as well. So here's what the welcome pack consists of, and they actually do give links to all of them so you can see exactly what they look like, but basically they are all up here as well. So you're going to get yourself an assortment of basically a lot of humanoid type of figures. but it is a nice variety. So you have a few busts here, and then you also get like some trolls. Here's a goblin archer here, and I also printed him off. There's a wolf back there as well. There's a boar, and then some regular dudes with armor, you know. So I think it's a nice variety of figures here. And also what I kind of like about these figures, if I can just go to just a random one like this vampire spawn male here. What I kind of like about their miniatures, especially if you plan on painting them, is that they aren't so over designed that if you're just starting out with painting, it would be really intimidating, because a lot of miniatures, they're so well detailed. There's so many little bits and pieces, little dangly bits of armor, and it seems like everything needs to be a different color in order to really make it stand out. But with something like this, as you can see, everything just kind of flows together. You get these big wide open spaces to paint, and I think it just makes for a more enjoyable painting experience. So here's the Goblin Archer, you know, kind of the same way, you know, big exaggerated features, a lot more easier to grab a brush and get it in there. Here is let's just go to the City Guard Spearman. You know, you can kind of see what I'm getting at here, you know. So I think it makes it a lot less intimidating. And if you wanted to work on like skin tones and stuff, you can print out a big bust and look at all of this space that you have to just sort of play around with that, you know. So that's what I like about Titan Troll miniatures. But I do have to say, maybe it's just in my personal experience, but the first three miniatures I tried to print out using their pre-supports, they did fail. Everybody's printer is different, but I did think it was interesting how those three failed, but the other miniatures I had on the plate from different tribes didn't fail. But I took their unsupported files, took it into Chi2 Box, and used Chi2 Box's medium auto supports, and then everything printed out just fine. So that's not an indictment on the quality of their pre-supported files. That's just what happened to me. So if you subscribe for the $1 a month and get a bunch of really awesome miniatures and you're having trouble printing them, just try to use auto supports in Chi2 Box. With everything on default, just choose the medium supports and see how that works for you, because that worked for me. Here's another one that I am not subscribed to, but I thought that it would be interesting to show here, is Spirit of Resin. And this is also $1 a month, in which you will get the monthly release, a welcome pack, loyalty reward models if you stay subscribed for 3, 6, 9, and 12 months, and a collection from My Illustration, which includes 5 models and dioramas and maps of the month. So for this welcome pack, this is what you're going to get. There's quite a few dinosaurs this time around. So we can see here's a dinosaur here, and then here's a few of the other figures that you can get as part of the welcome pack. The monthly release is just chock full of dinosaurs for Lizard Clash here. You get 3 Velociraptors, an Alpha Raptor, Aveline the Jungle Queen, Diablo Rex, Armored Diablo Rex with Aveline, and Diablo Rex and Aveline. So there you go, right there. Let's take a look at some of the objects. So look at all these dinosaurs here. So really with dinosaurs, you can just go with just all kinds of really interesting and complementary colors if you wanted to paint them. And because it's all flesh, you can just go wild with it and not necessarily have to worry about getting that one little thread to be a very specific color. And they're dinosaurs, so you can just go nuts with it. Greens and reds and yellows and blues, it does not matter. And then here are some of the other ones here. A lot of different female figures here that you can also print out as well. So if this is your style, you can totally give them a try, also for $1 a month, and gain yourself immediate access to that welcome pack there. All right, and the monthly release, which is a bunch of dinosaurs. So if you want dinosaurs, this is where you need to go. Next one up here is going to be Miniatures of Madness. Now, kind of just like Witchsong Miniatures, you get a few things as part of the welcome pack when you join, and you will get these 4 figures, or these 5 figures here. All right, so you get a Paladin, a Warlock, Trickster, Druid, and a bust version of the Druid. So check out your figures right here. I wish that they had actually printed models for you to look at instead of just these renders, but this gives you an idea of what they're going to look like. Once again, exaggerated proportions, more cartoonish in nature as well. And down here, you'll see that for $1 a month, you get a thanks, a monthly pre-supported and test printed miniature, the welcome package, any stretch goals if they happen to make them, and then loyalty rewards as well. And they only have 36 tribers, so they are just getting started here. So yeah, here's the loyalty reward here. You support the tribes for 2 months in a row, and then you will get a drag the rogue goblin as a loyalty reward. So yeah, just a small tribe that you can jump in and support. And then the last one that I want to show, I made them last because it is not $1, but my goodness, this looks so amazing to me. Okay, so this is for cast and play. All right, they have 933 tribers, but the release right now that just looks amazing to me is this one right here for Vulcan Dwarfs, in which you'll get 40 plus characters, 10 base options, 40 plus throwback minis, and a PDF. I mean, they're giving you everything that you need to really to start playing this game. And look at all these different models that they give you for May 2023, and then also the throwback set. And these dwarves, I mean, they just look so good. And like I said, it's not $1. This is $9 a month. So if you just want to pay the $9 to get access to all of these amazing looking dwarves, you can. And they're just so varied, and I love me some dwarves. So this is what really caught my eye here. And here's some other pictures from them, nice up close pictures of them. These dwarves just look so good. And then you can also get these guys right here, and they got like this balloon machination with the smoke coming down. It's so good. It looks so good. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up subscribing to this just so I can get these Vulcan dwarves, because they just look amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at this. It's so cool. So cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a few tribes that you can subscribe to for just $1, and you'll be able to get a bunch of miniatures to print and try out. And then you can also just kind of look through the different tribes here on My Mini Factory, and you can see which ones you would like to support. It depends on how much they want to charge for their work, which is just totally awesome. You can really throw some support to some very talented people and get a class of miniatures that you can really enjoy. All right, so I'll leave links in the description to everything that I've showed here today for these tribes, so you can go and check them out for yourself. And yeah, hope that this gets you started in finding some really cool miniatures for a small amount of money that you can print without having to scour the internet for something that you might want. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching this episode of Figure Feedback. Let me know in the comments which of these tribes you enjoyed the most, or which type of figures in general that you enjoy printing. And I'll be back really soon with another video. So until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you next time.